16 carriages riding away as I watched them ride tears away. Some said everybody was crying. Why is Amaya always crying? Why is everybody so emotional? Everybody wants to win. Well, hello, my name is Miss Black Blondie to you, and this is Black Blondie TV, where we talk real talk about reality TV. And we never miss the mess. And today we are getting into episode 26 of Love Island USA season 7. And baby, this episode was steamy, messy, and full of emotional landmines. If you thought the villa was heating up before, buckle up because this had one hell of a plot twist. I didn't want to say the H word because some people say that's cuss word. And people expressing and exposing their selves. This was an emotional episode. This was giving, they say mean girls on Twitter. They say Shelly, Orlandria, and Sierra was giving mean girls doing the male challenge. Let me know what y'all think. What are y'all thoughts? Let me know in the comments also. But okay, let's get into everything that happened. I'm talking real slow right now because I'm kind of tired. I am kind of tired, but I knew that I wanted to stay up for this because the dynamics in the villa is giving like this is my clique. This is we ride together. It's giving like, hey, Huda is starting to feel like she's an outsider. Girl, Huda, welcome to the outsiders and the outcasts, where things get real and people keep it real with you. When you in the cliques, sometimes people don't keep it real. But when you're with the outsiders, everybody keeps it real with each other. From my experience of being in high school and, just seeing that in the working dynamics, the people that are not in the in group, they're pretty real. The people that are in the in group are pretty fake. So there we go with that one. So there's growing chatter all over social media. Mean girl click energy. Shelly, Sierra, and Olandria, particularly in today's episode and how they reacted to each other's drama. Sierra had me laughing because when Huda went up there, why was Sierra laughing? Sierra, what is going on with Sierra, Nick, Iris, and TJ? Like, where did Iris and TJ come from? Like, is Iris and TJ trying to win now? First of all, I don't even think that that's real. But now both of them want to team up and be friends and stuff. So I don't know what's going on with that. That looked like something that maybe the producers set up or whatever. But I mean, if anybody went out of those two couples, I would say Sierra and Nick should win and not Irish and TJ. They haven't been giving nothing all season. And then when it comes to the male challenge, now they want to give something. Please sit down, have several seats, and please go eat. Go eat and do what y'all been doing, acting like it's a fashion show, okay? Please. Nobody got time for y'all to be trying to click up with the it group now. Everybody wants to be, cool with Sierra and Nick because they're closed off. Okay. But you see who was really riding with them before that. but all of a sudden Irish and TJ. That was weird. And somebody said it was weird, and when I was reading in the comments, people was like, that was weird. Where did they come from? Where did TJ and Irish come from? Like, wait. What are y'all doing here? Like, how did y'all get invited to the party? It's like they're trying to intrude and make a connection. Especially Iris is trying to really make a connection with Sierra. And she's really trying to like get Sierra to turn on Shelly and Olandria. Especially about that whole thing with Nick and Olandria kissing. Like, she was really trying to get like people to turn on Olandria. But Olandria, she stood up for herself this episode. I was so proud of her. She stood up. She wasn't nasty. She wasn't loud. She just told the truth and she spoke her mind. While little old Clark sat there looking, didn't say a word, just looked, just was looking and didn't say a word. While little bird chest Taylor was up there looking like a baby bird. You know, like when the baby bird come out the egg. That's what he was looking like, a baby bird, looking like a little boy. Thomas son, she remind him of a childhood relationship that she brings the child out of him. And she said, and Landry said, how old are you? And he's almost 25. I'm just like, whoa there, boy. Like, whoa there, horseback on and cowboy. And then he really wanted to show out and gonna talk about who he chose. He when they asked him to make up his mind, he gonna say Clark. Clark could go ahead and have that little boy. That ain't even gonna last anyway. That boy, I don't even know if that boy really even like girls. To be honest, Taylor was always giving like he might not like girls. That's what it was given to me. I don't know. Just my perspective. You never know. He might dip in the man pond. I don't know what's I don't know what his little problem, but he looked like a baby bird, y'all. Y'all know he looked like a bird. Y'all know he is not cute. Cousin Skeeter. He coming up there trying to stand up, trying to follow Ace, because Ace came up there trying to be tough guy. Ace is such a good actor. He's such a good actor. But the way that he went off on Austin, very professional, very soft, like he raised his voice just a little bit, but the way that he went off on him and spoke his mind to uh Austin, I was very proud of him. Like, I think that they wanted him to go full, NIGGA mode, but he was just like, no. I'm going to keep it very professional. I have an image to portray. And, Orlando, she wanted to get on him. But she was like, she wanted to get on old boy Taylor. But she was just like, nah. And Shelly, she always keeps it very classy. That's what I like about her. She always keeps her tone like one tone the whole time. She's talking to everybody even though, Huda was trying to get like a reaction out of her, she still kept it one tone. And Huda, they know Huda wear her emotions on her sleeve. So they kind of like, I don't know, that's just what people do. Like when they know that you like really emotional and stuff, they'll try to bait you and stuff. And that's what they was doing with those postcards they sent to her. They was baiting her and she fell for it again. She keep on falling for the tricks of the enemy. She keep on falling for, and I'm like, Hunter, don't say nothing. Just remain calm. Don't yell. Don't scream. I'm like, I am the angel. You're letting the devil get the best of you, cause she just goes off, and I'm like, goodness. Huda, where do you work at? Cause I know that she don't like everything her boss say. And if she be going off like that, Cause I used to do that too. I used to be wearing my thing. That's why I relate to her. Cause that's what people do. They'll try to bait you to like get you like all riled up. Cause they like to see you all riled up. Like I don't know. That gives some people a thrill to see you all round up and stuff like that. That's why it's best to be cool and monotone and relax with people. That's what I'm learning. That's something that I'm learning, and I hope that other people could learn that too. Because, like, when you get all riled up, it's kind of like you giving the people your power. So she'll see when she looks back at it, like she'll see like these people was trying to take my power. Like Beyonce said, y'all cannot take my power. That car was leaning to the side at that concert, was doing the gangster lean. That car, that car, that. And Beyonce came back on the stage and she said, 16 carriages. She sung her song and she was just acting like it didn't even phase her. And that's what Huda, she has to just act like it doesn't phase her. And even I'm surprised Chris was getting mad, but I think Chris is on there for his brand. He's giving suspect now because all of a sudden I don't trust him. I don't trust Chris Huda. You need to watch out for him. He play international. Nobody people care about the international basketball players, but he ain't famous here. Like nobody know about him. He just his agent just picked that show. Like they say, oh, there's an opportunity for you to go on this show, and his agent. That's why he went on there. That boy is on there for his brand, and he wanted to stay in. And he saw an easy opportunity. Thomas, he fall for girl. That's really made me mad. Thomas, he fall for women who are on me emotionally unstable. That's what he said on the last episode when they was in the speakeasy. I did not like when I did not like him saying that. I did not appreciate that. I thought it was very, very, very like rude. But she didn't catch that, but I catched it. And I said, oh, okay. So what you trying to say? She's an easy target, and Shelly was gonna make you work, Chris. You ain't want to work, Chris. Chris ain't want to work. He wanted the easy route. Chris didn't want to work. That's all it is to it. So he chose a Hutter because he know it was gonna be easier, and that's how it be. Sometimes guys go for the easier target. You know, some girls ain't gonna put up with some mess. I I don't know. I got little younger brothers, but if they ever ask me for advice, I'm gonna tell them. It's some girls that's gonna put up with it, and then some girls that's not gonna put up with it. And I think that the guys that are players, they know which ones are gonna put up with what stuff. Like they know they can identify them from a distance. Because one time it was this boy, I thought I had liked him, right? But then he ended up dating this other girl that I had knew, and he had liked her, but he was like love bombing her, like so bad. And like the thing that he knew about me, that I wasn't gonna take that, like all what he had going on, all the baggage, because he had a lot going on. Like when I say he had a lot going on, he had a lot, and he knew that that girl was going. She was going like I ain't like him, but I thought he was attractive. So, back then, I was on my city girl stuff. So like I wasn't gonna like date him or nothing, but but I had seen and I was observing. I seen how he was treating the other girls. And the other girls used to come and I used to listen and I used to hear them talking. They used to talk about the boy and say, oh, he got all of this at home. He got that going on. And I was like, whoa there. I don't want that. And so I had to curve him. But I think in his mind he knew that what he could get away with that girl, he would have been able to get away with me. And then I look back, I'm like, I dodged a bullet. I don't care if I am single and a single mom. I still dollar, but if I would have went with him, I would have still been a single mom, and I would have been in the high water. How can I say that? Cause that girl is gone. That girl he with now, she gone. Like, her mind is gone. Like, he got her clink clink. He got her. She so bad. She turned it to the other side. She want to be in the lady pond now. That boy done broke her down so much, and I just sit. I sit back and I observe. I'm like, dang, he broke her down that much. She want to go to the lady pond, as if on my coolest thing, as if. So that's probably why Taylor chose Clark. Clark is like a little bit more easygoing. And Orlandria, she had standards too. You know, she had standards, and she kind of like Shelly. She had standards. They know them girls. They know they worth. They know who they are. It's a different. I I now that I've grown, like, out of like not knowing who I am, like I can identify people, and I could be like, oh, this person, just by watching them and observing them, like they don't know who they are. Like, this girl don't know who she are because she's selling for this, and this. But I know who I am. But she don't know who she is. And so till she figures out who she is, ain't nobody can save her. She's gone. She's in the lady pond now. She's in the lady pond. And she was bragging about going to the lady pond. And I'm just like, yikes. I could never let somebody bring me to the point where I'm going to go to the lady pond. I'm just celibate. That's the most, but going to the lady pond, no guy could never. I would never let them get the best of me like that. Made me go to the lady pond. Oh wow, boy, oh boy, oh boy. The things that women do for love, honey. Ooh, every day I just, when I see her picture come by my timeline, I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I dodged a bullet. Because that could have been me. But it wouldn't have been me. But I just thank God I dodged a bullet. And I was trying to save her. I was trying to save this young lady. This young lady didn't want to listen to me. She thought I was being jealous. But I wanted to save her. And I realized you can't save these hoes. I hate to say it like that. You can't save these hoes. These hoes, you can't save them. You can only save certain kind of women. Like, you could give them advice. But other women, they take it as you being jealous. And it's like, you can't save these. Like, now she done got turned out. Now she is a HO now. She did. We done changed spaces. She was a regular. She was approved, and now she is a single. She is a city girl now. But I wasn't a city girl like her in the lady pond. Mm, no way. And I looked on YouTube. They had me on there like I was LGBT. I don't got nothing against them, but it was the point that they had me on there like that. I had to go fix my settings. I was like, oh no. Oh no, honey. No, I like guys. I like real men. I like alpha men. I like men who take charge, who about their business, okay? Who stands on business. And speaking of standing on business, everybody was standing on business. And poor Austin, he didn't know what to do when Ace came at him. He didn't know what to do when Amaya was joining in. Poor Amaya. Cry, cry, cry on TV. 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 You'll never see me crying on TV. It has to be at a funeral or something, but I would never cry, cry, cry on TV. I don't care how emotional somebody make me. I would never cry on TV. Amaya, you was letting down your heritage of on that crying, making people think you got emotional problems. Ain't nothing wrong with having a, but did you leave your meds at home? Cause I know sometimes when I ain't on my meds, I be like like a roller coaster. I used to be crying and stuff, but now I'm just like a even mood level. Like, I'm an even Steven. Amaya, you're giving damsel in distress. You're giving like I don't understand why people think this about me. She really cares too much about what people think, and it's just like them boys wasn't even cute. Like Zach, he had a nice voice. Austin was he was whack. Austin was whack. Zach was he had a nice accent. You know, I like the UK accent. Is that how you say it? I guess the English accent. I like the accent. But he's whack. He's just on there just to pursue his modeling career. His agent put him on there. And you taking what they saying and you letting them get the best of you and crying. The best thing she could have did was not even cry. Just go sit down, just like Shelly did. Shelly ain't shed a tear. I bet when Shelly get in that shower, she be crying. That's what I used to do. I used to want to be crying in front of people, but I had used to go in the shower and cry when I used to work at my old job. I used to go in the shower and cry. I ain't never used to let nobody see me cry. I don't care. Like if they caught me crying, it was probably over a boy. That was the only thing I let them see me cry over is a guy or whatever. Cause I used to be real emotional over them, but now I never cry over them. Never. You just can't. I mean, it's good to show your emotions, but wait till you get home and cry in your pillow and scream in your pillow. Scream in your pillow. Or go act like you gotta go to the bathroom and go and scream and cry in the bathroom and make sure nobody don't hear you. Cause once people be thinking that you is just weak. And just be like, in my mind, I'd be like, no matter what, just don't cry. If it's a funeral, I feel comfortable crying, but I don't like to go to funerals anyway. But if it's a funeral, I feel comfortable crying. But other than that, I just try not to let nobody ever, like, over no guy, nothing. That would never happen again in this next lifetime. After that rebirth, after they got all that toxins out my body, and they put something else in my body through my treatment. I said I would never cry. Shit, they weren't crying for me. They wasn't at the hospital with me when I used to be having constipation. They wasn't at the hospital with me. Why would I cry over them? They did nothing for me. They never helped me with anything. They weren't paying my bills. They wasn't doing nothing. So Amaya, she gotta toughen up. But you know, they like 25. They just youngins. But I still don't like Taylor. And I don't like the way Clark was looking at Olandria. Like she was giving her like a little side eye. But she's trying to get out her shell. But she still gives Scripper. She still gives cheap Scripper. Cheap Scripper. Uh, easygoing. Um, down for whatever. Maybe that's just a North Carolina. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. So somebody get mad. Maybe that's just how the girls in Charlotte get down. But I don't know. I don't know because 80 is from Charlotte and she was totally different from her. But maybe they don't got no good hairstylists there either. I don't think they got no good hairdresser there, obviously. They told me to go there and look for a job because my major, they was like, that's a good place to get a job for business when you go to school for business and stuff. But they obviously don't got no good hairdressers there. Honey, the way that AD hair used to look and the way that Clark hair looking, ah, where is they good stylist? Because I would have came on there with a nice, I probably would have had some braids in my hair. Or maybe I would have did a little sewing. Or maybe I wouldn't have had no hair out. I wouldn't have did a wig though. I probably would have did some braids. That would have been the easy. I see why the girls they go on there with the braids. That's the easier route to go, because you would have had would have had to keep on gluing that thing back on my head. And then you got to sleep with them guys that you barely know. I'm like, but I don't know. And Ace talk about Ace was getting so emotional over Shelly, and Shelly just like, I don't care. Her attitude is just silent. Like whatever y'all say, whatever y'all think, it's okay. Like I love her confidence. I love how she just able to just be like, whatever y'all say, like, cause at the end of the day, it ain't worth her getting no wrinkles over. It's just a show. It's just a show. But I ain't like Chris. Chris giving fugazi. I don't like Chris no more. I see his true colors. I don't like him. Get Chris off. Get Clark off America. They need to get them two off. Clark and Chris. And send Taylor home just for the heck of it. Send his behind home. Send him back to the country where he belonged. Thomas and Olandria talking about he was a gentleman. Yeah, right. I know some boys right from the country. They ain't no gentlemen. Not the way he was talking to her. He had like I don't know. He wasn't. He don't know how to stand on business. He's still a little boy. That's why I say little boy Taylor. He's still on that. He's 25, but in his maturity, he probably like 19. Cause that's why he said he was 25. I was like, given 19. And then she was like, I like for him to touch on me so much. I think he just liked the way that she looked, that video girl, that video vixen, that stripper look. He likes that look. And Olandria didn't have that look. That's all it was. She didn't have that look. He don't even know who he is. One time my mama, she was like, most of them guys that you be dating, they don't even be really knowing who they is. So they really don't even know who they like. Like they really don't really even be liking you because they how can you like somebody and you don't even know who you is? How can you love somebody and you don't even love yourself? So it's like that boy don't know who he is. So even if he try to that ain't gonna last with Clark. Anyway, so they said Sierra and Shelly and Olandria is a clique, a mean girl clique. Is they giving mean girls? Maybe. I don't know. Ace was like taking it on. uh I like the way he went at her Maya, but she was like that was her the Spanish guy was like that's what they do. But I don't think all Spanish girls do that though. I think it's just her. She's just emotionally emotionally unstable. I don't know. Her and Huda. I don't know why they brought them on there and make a fool of themselves. She going all in the kitchen. What you going in the kitchen for? But she gonna look back at them shows and be like, I made a darn fool of myself. Like everybody else sitting at the fire pit, you going all the way to the kitchen so you can you just want attention. Get out of here, Maya. You just want attention. You and all that I've been through in my life. And I, and then I started singing 16 carriages. That song just keeps on coming to my mind every time I see her crying like that. It's a 16 carriages song. And it's like, Amaya, you should just be happy on the show. Like, you really did. You came on that for love, but you can't be that desperate for love. And then Pepe finally told that other girl, I don't even know the girl name. I said Hannah of 1.0. Not Hannah 1.0. Instead of going down, instead of going up, it went down. 1.0. He told her that he wasn't feeling her. He could have told her that, like, that wasn't called for. I think that was really shady for him to do that in front of everybody. I didn't like that. Pepe, you might need to go home too. Because you've been on there just look like you needed somewhere to stay at. That's like the same way I felt about Ace at first, but then now he started to show a little bit of emotions. But Pepe, he look like you don't want Adriana. Then who do you want? What are you on here for? Go home, Pepe. What you go? You on here just to humiliate her? Go home and get with Hannah. Goodness, on there just complaining and talking about the past. They still talking about Jeremiah. Move on, guys. They gone. Go home with them. And I hope America send them home. I ain't never voted before, but I feel tempted just because they gonna might try to send Olandria home or Shelly. But if they do, they do. I mean, I feel like I already know who's gonna win. It's gonna be Nick and Sierra. Cause they asking them for too much advice, and Iris and TJ want to get in on and be number two, but they're not. They might need to go home too, cause they're a bore fest. Boring. Pure. They're just boring. Their outfits are boring. Like it's like they try to be fashionably, like try to put their fashions together to look right, but it's just they just so boring and they just dull and their voices are dull and it just I just don't like them. I think they just get off the show too and Pepe go home. Just recast the whole show. Just give us a new cast. Taylor done messed it up for Olandria. Olandria's stuck on Taylor. Still, the boy, how many times the boys got to tell you he don't want you? One time my daddy had told me that. How many times that man got to tell you he don't want you? I remember I was in a, like, my dad had to tell me, like, how many times, because I kept on talking about this boy, and I was, like, pining over him. And he was like, how many times that man got to tell you he don't want you? And Olandria, you got to see him. And you see how he acted. He don't know what he want. But for sure, he don't want you. And he made it clear today. And you still trying to fight for him. Like, Olandria, what is going on? Talk about, that's why you should have explored that thing with that guy, even though he was a truck driver. And, they got a bad reputation of truck drivers. I would never date one. Not seriously. But they got like a bad reputation. But she should have gave him a go. She wasn't trying to give him nothing. Was cutting off Zach too, and now she want to give Zach a go because she ain't got nobody else. I don't know. This show is giving like it's the redo the whole cast, throw the whole cast away. It's really nobody on there I'm feeling except for Shelly, cause Shelly is just she's the MVP. Sierra is and Nick. They kind of logical. But everybody else is just like they hungry, like they just came on there just to have a place to stay. They ain't got nothing else going on. It just it's like and then Reddit is talking about um Ace is the villain. Ace they talking about Ace and the other boy. Ace Taylor and Nick are villains. I don't know. This episode out of 1 out of 10, it was drama filled. What else did I not speak on? Shelly still not talking to Huda. I don't know why she not. I don't think she want to be friends with her because Huda did go overboard. I know. Now that's one thing I ain't got in common with her. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't mess with nobody that my friends gonna mess with. Now I know there's one girl that I used to know. She liked to do with. She was always trying to see who you talking to and trying to I don't know. There was this one girl that I knew was like that. She was always trying to get with somebody that I already don't talk to. And I'm like, girl, get a life. Get a life. Like, everybody I talk to, you always want to talk to. And it's just like, ew. Like, and then you gonna tell me. And it's just like, or she would just be trying to flirt with them. But she was just nobody you can, like, I don't know. Other women used to have her around their man. But I told in the back of my mind, I was like, I ain't never gonna have her around my man because I do not trust her. Honey. She was giving like, but that's one thing I don't have no trait like that. Like she was giving that Huda vibe. How Huda was on that ace like that. That's the type of girl. Like that's the vibe she gave, and so I always knew in the back of my mind, like, don't have that girl around your man, because she not to be trusted. But other women be having her around their man, but I would never. I never had introduced her to nobody I ever talked to, like nothing, because I did not trust her. And then I think that she used to would go and follow them, ask what their name is, and go and follow them on social media. Like she would do some weird stuff. Like that's what Huda is giving with the Ace situation. So I could see why Shelly just don't want to be her friend. Who wants to be friends with a girl like that? Like you can't trust them. Like I mean, you could be friends with them because ain't nobody perfect. You could be friends with them, but you just can't trust them around your man, and you can't be having them around your even around your family. You really can't trust those kind of girls that kind of get kind of loose when they get drunk and stuff. I don't trust them around my man. So I could see why Shelly feel that way. I don't think that Shelly and Huda probably won't be friends. They might make up, but I doubt it. I don't see it happening. Um, Everybody's so excited because Sierra and um Nick are exclusive, you know, and they talk about it's gonna make him stay long, be on the show longer because people like Sierra more because Sierra is like more logical than most of the girls on there. Her and Shelly. Everybody on the else on there is a roller coaster. Olandria just don't get it. Huda is just the hurricane. Um, Amaya's a crybaby. Um, who else is there? Them other girls, they just not even relevant. I can't even really. Adriana, she's pretty. She got like a nice shape, but she's boring. Everybody else on there is irrelevant. Clark looking like she trying to get out her shell, but it still gives scripper. So I don't do we. I mean, she would fit right in with Huda and Shelly. She giving scripper, scripper, scripper. Even her little outfits give like scripper. I don't know why. Why her outfits out of all of them just give scripper. Sometimes Olandria outfits be giving scripper too. But Clark's really gives scripper. It gives scripper. It gives drag queen. It gives I might had an Adam's apple and I might have shaved it off. It gives I might not be a girl. I might better born a guy. It gives all that. So I don't know. That's why I say I don't think that Taylor playing. He not playing for one team. He's you know He's a probably fluent. Is that what they call it? That's what they said Shelly was fluent. Fluent. Something wrong with being fluent. That's your life. Just don't come to me with the mess, honey. Don't come with me with the mess when you done got something. Don't come to me talk about I don't know what I got. I don't know who I got it from. Uh, Go ahead and be fluent over there. I don't want to hear the stories. Because girls always want to be like, oh, I decided that I want to be fluent. Just because a boy broke your heart, like, sis, move on. Like, I don't think I want to date girls. Okay. For how long, okay? And I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, yeah, I, yes. Like, if that's what you want to do, okay, you can do that. But in the back of my mind, I'm just like, okay, go ahead with that mess. Long as you don't try me with that fluent man. You sleep in your bed over there. I got a guest room. You sleep in the guest room. Don't you be trying to come in my bed. Uh, Go over that way, that way. Like don't. I'm fluent. I don't know what's going on there. The girls, the women want to be fluent. I know I like guys. I like alpha males. I like a provider. I want somebody to take care of me and, be the man. I need this stuff fixed in my house. I need this, that. I need you to put up this bookcase, that bookcase. No, no. Fluent by no. I think they be trying to do that to impress these guys. I don't know. I have no idea. It just boggles my mind. Just because you broke up with this guy, oh my God, all of a sudden you just, girl, do you love yourself? First, love yourself. Love yourself. First, you need to love your creator and then love yourself. If you get those two things straight, you kind of going on the straight and narrow. If you figure those two things out, you could probably figure out whether you want to be with the guys or the girls. You ain't got to be fluent. I'm fluent. I don't know if that's how they say it, but every time I hear that, I just like fluent. I'm like, okay, okay. We're gonna make it like seem like you're not a mess and you're just not just trying anything just to feel love. We're just gonna make it seem like you're just being fluent when you're really just a mess, okay? And you're just willing to test anything to feel some type of love and some type of feelings. That's why I say my heart is just this little. My heart is like little like the Grinch now. It's dead little. Cause I understand how people feel, but I really don't feel no type of way. Like I don't have no emotion about it. But they say Chris is stringing her along. That's what they were saying on Reddit and on the alley. They were saying he's emotionally manipulating her. I'm like, okay, he's manipulating her. And that's why I told you I don't think he keeping it real. But anyway, y'all, I got to go to bed. I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, okay? But people are getting suspicious of the edit. I had watched this TikTok video of this girl, and the edits was giving kind of creepy. It was giving like, is some of them people on that AI? That's what it was giving. Like they tops had changed, and it was, and the cups was changing. It was giving like the edits was giving like, was some of them AI? Like some of them new people they brought on there, are they real or are they like just AI, like figures on there? I don't know how to explain it. If you would have saw the TikTok video, go look for the TikTok videos about how the edits, how they doing the producers are doing the edits, how suspicious it's looking, and the way that they're cutting the show. If you look that up on TikTok, you'll see that video that I saw, and it was just giving like scary, like, are those people really there? Like, not the people that been there, but the new people, like how they cups was changing, and it was just weird. It wasn't good editing. So all right, that's my review of Love Island USA, season 7, episode 26. What do y'all think of Nick's uh Nick and Sierra being together? What are your thoughts on Huda? Is she out of line? Is it a is she out of line? What do y'all think? Is Chris gaslighting Huda? Like, drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you rocking with Black Blondie TV, I'll see you for the next episode on Thursday. And Audi, I would say that this episode out of 1 to 10, I would say that it was a 9 because everybody was standing on business, including the bird chest, the bird baby, Taylor and Olandria. How many times he gonna have to tell you he don't want you? Okay, okay. So, Audi guys, have a good night.